The Roman Gabriel Show. Listen to The Roman Gabriel Show at RomanGabrielShow.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Roman Gabriel Show.
Welcome to The Roman Gabriel Show, RomanGabrielShow.com. On streaming television at dbnatelevision.tv, and of course everywhere you get your podcasts, social networking, YouTube, and on Facebook. We're at Super Bowl 56. Next to me is a USC legend, Cleveland Browns, NFL, and he's got a great book that he's getting ready to come up with here soon. We were talking before the show. Paul McDonald with us, Trojan. How are you doing, Paul?
Roman, thanks for having me on your show. And Deb, great to be next to you. And what an exciting week, as you pointed out. Lots going on. I know your plate is full. And it's so great to be on your show just to share the excitement of the week and everything that you're doing.
Okay, so Paul, I'm going to be selfish here because growing up in Southern California like I did, I was a big Trojans fan. You loved USC football, man. Loved to watch you play. And what's it like to have played at USC, played in the NFL, and be right here living where you made your name?
Well, I was privileged, to have the opportunity to play at SC. I was always an overachiever in life. I came in as the ninth on the depth chart at USC, right? I was one of 9 quarterbacks. And so I was just blessed to be there. I was just like, God, I'm actually here. I'm really excited to be here and put the Cardinal gold on and get to run out of the tunnel at the Coliseum. And, I worked hard. I had a coach that believed in me. I had an opportunity, and I performed, and surrounded by such great athletes. And
I played football in college, actually.
Where?
At Harvard.
You're kidding?
Yes.
What position?
I was safety. I tried to stop the passes you guys were throwing.
And the good news is scholarships were you got to get academically right before you walk in there, right? That's
right.
a totally different environment for football, right?
In fact, the teams are pretty good now, and they're much better now than they were when I was playing. The NFL was doing a couple years ago because called Together We Make Football, and I was criticized as I'm a doctor about letting my son play sports, playing football in particular. And I said, if I could take my son antiquing and get him to appreciate the life, I do it, but I can't. He's not going to. He wants to hit things and catch things and run into things. So I let him play football, believing that if I took away from him something that I had at that age,
right,
I'd never be able to make it up to him. And I think it's benefited him. I realized the risks, but I appreciate the benefits as well. And football taught me a lot about life, taught me a lot about my body. Part of the reason I went into medicine was because I got curious about the temple of the soul.
Really?
And a lot of physicians are actually athletes.
And it really showed my first event when I swam the preliminaries for the relay. Boy, I bombed. I was so nervous, and I just didn't know how to deal with the pressure and stuff. And so I was lucky to have someone who was my idol sort of take me under their wing that day and just distract me and get my mind off of what happened, so I'd be able to swim at night and swim faster. And I was very appreciative of that, but it definitely was a lot different, doing it as a 17-year-old than as a 41-year-old mom.
Players of all time. Great to have Eric Dickerson with us on the Roman Gabriel Show. Eric, how are you, buddy?
Good. How you doing, Roman? Thank you for having me.
So you think that time at SMU kind of set the stage for you before you went to the NFL about trusting the media, correct?
That's perfect. That's it. Yeah, that set the stage. I never trusted the media at that point. And, they made me out to be this bad guy. Malcontent. I forgot some other name I never heard of. And like I said, it really disturbed my mother because she said, Eric, I know how I raised you. You're not that guy. You're not that person, because all I wanted was to get paid right. And I wasn't trying to make a big deal of it. I just said, I want to be paid right. I'm not getting paid right. I'll give you an example, a good example. John Elway was the first pick in the draft. I was the second pick. John Elway got $1 million signing bonus. And I think he was making, base salary, almost $1 million a year. I got a $600,000 signing bonus. That was a loan. Not to say it was going to be a loan. I had to pay it back. And then my base salary was $150,000. So how is that? That's not even fair. And make a long story short, I had to end up paying my signing bonus back.
But how does it feel for you to have been a foundational figure for young women in this business?
Thanks for asking that, Roman. I finally embraced it. I didn't want to wear it for a long time, but Michelle Tafoya just said to me the other day, she said, you took all the firsts. And it was true, first woman to cover the NFL as a beat, first woman on many, NBA broadcasts, World Series broadcasts. So I covered 35 Final Fours. So for a long time, I just really said, well, I just love sports the way other kids love music, or poetry or the law. I just love sports.